Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are well. I hope you're having an amazing day. Um, Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me live or via the replay. I am Dr. Tammy Donaldson. I am your success strategist and literacy educator. I help you strategize how to move in the direction of more and prepare for what's next. And today is another book discussion. We are discussing our October book. This is actually the introduction. We're getting started this week, a week early to get it all in. And because I have a special guest today, if this is your first time joining us, tell us hello in the comments. Tell us where you're joining us from and share this out. You can share it in somebody's inbox. You can send them the link. You can even share it onto your page. And I would appreciate that. We would appreciate that. So this is C4C Global Cypher. It's a virtual book discussion, and we have it every month and every week. We discuss the book of the month. And this month, we're reading You Can 33 Stories to Uplift and Inspire Everyday People. You and me. That's you and me. And this book has 33 amazing authors in it. And so this is really cool. And so we're going to be having some of them guest appear each week, almost each week. And so today, what I did is I invited the woman in charge, the woman who coordinated this entire project and corralled all 32 of us together. And I want to just share as an introduction her idea for the book, where it came from, and a little bit more about the project and how that was working with the authors before you actually meet some of them. Now, let me full disclosure. I am one of those authors. But we will not be talking about me. We'll be talking about the other ones and we'll be doing those. But if you get the book, you are going to be amazed. There's something in here for everyone. It's split up in sections. So it depends on where you are in this season of your life. There's something for you there too. So, yay. So that's the amazing thing about it. And because it's stories, for those of you that say, I hear it all the time because I am a reading teacher at the basic level. I'm a reading teacher, right? And what I hear is that I don't like to read. I don't want to read a whole book. That's great about this. They're in short stories and they're real life stories. So they're real and you can read them. You can read them in a short amount of time. You don't need to devote a whole day, a whole week. You can just pull it and use it whenever you want. So this is an amazing book. I am so excited for us to be reading it this month, and well, it's September, but October this month. When I say that, and oh my goodness! So today there's even a special deal going on. So if you're not reading with us, if you haven't gotten your copy from one of the authors, you can go on Amazon and get it today, the Kindle version, free, free. So let me just show you that graphic here. There you go. You can 33 stories to uplift and inspire everyday people. It's free, the Kindle version on Amazon today, September 25th. Get it, download it, join us in this read. There's no reason why you shouldn't be reading with us today and joining us today for the discussion and every week for the discussion. So make sure you follow me, stay tuned because each week you'll see the announcement for the time, but typically it'll be on a Friday that we will be discussing the book, but you'll have to catch the time because it depends on my guest when the time will be. All right, here we go. So today's guest is none other than Miss Nina Thomas, who goes by Nina Motivates on social media. And so make sure that you follow her and connect with her, and I will put her information up here shortly when she's up on the screen. But for now, let me just invite her in and let her introduce herself. Now that you know what we're reading, join us. Join us. Hello. Join us. Okay. All right, Miss Nina. Let's see if I can work all this. There we go. Hey!
Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you so much for being here. So, would you introduce yourself to the audience and just tell them a little bit about you before we get into the book?
Sure. I am Nina. I am a youth pastor, a mentor, your motivational comedic coach. I am an author and a publisher. I am a child of God. That's like the most important part of everything. I am now a fiance. Um, I'm a baker. I'm like the extreme entrepreneur. So I have so many different facets of me and so many different things that I do. But most importantly, I am the you can coach. I am the you can coach. I prove to you that you can do anything you need to do, want to do, and desire to do, especially if God has put it in you, you can do it. So that's me in a nutshell.
Awesome. 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 Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so Nina, tell us. Okay, so Nina wrote the introduction, and I think the ending, the at the end, the conclusion. But we're gonna talk about the introduction this week. And if you follow me, you'll see the reading schedule. It'll be there. I'll also put it in the comments of this video, so you can have it as well. So whether you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook, you'll get the comments. If you're on Periscope, sorry, there's no after, but you can check my Twitter and you'll find the information there as well. Okay, so Nina, let's now you snuck in something in your introduction. So let's talk about it. In chapter one, you talk about your dating challenges. So tell us how that all turned out. How did that work out for you, girl?
Well, as you may see, yesterday was my 39th birthday, and so I did get the best birthday present ever. My him always said that when I'm found, because I believe in being found, that I will call him my him. He did propose and make me a fiance. But growing, like in the introduction, the part that you're referring to and things like that, of course, I have a physical difference. So just in case you've never seen me before, I probably should have included that in my introduction of myself. I was born with what's called club hands, which means my thumbs didn't have bones in them, so they cut off my thumbs, moved all my fingers over one place, full movement in my right hand, limited movement in my left hand, still do anything needed, wanted, or desired. But in that, I dealt with a lot of different things. And so I don't know if we're going to go into the other stuff of the introduction, but bullying and all of that other things. But also as an adult, when I decided to date and things like that, I dealt with different things. I mean, I've dealt with guys that dated me because, okay, maybe I could take advantage of her. I had some relationships that wasn't about that, excuse me. And then I had some jerks like, what's wrong with your hands, just different things. So you can be you can have your own normal life, and be different and unique in your own skin and still be loved genuinely by whoever it is that God has for you. And so I need to write a whole nother you can series just for this. So I hope I answered your question.
You did. You did. So, okay. First of all, congratulations. That's so
Thank you.
exciting. Okay, so I guess I need to, listen out for the date if it's shared. It may be secret, but she's not telling us here. So,
You know I got you.
but inbox me if I'm invited, so I can get my dress,
I know, right?
so I can get cute. So anyway, so you did. Congratulations. So how do you
Thank you.
feel?
I feel everything like excited, and I was nervous. I don't think I'm nervous anymore. I'm just a ball of excitement and happy and joyful. I definitely know, I'm not going to say think, I know that he is who God has for me and I'm who God has for him. And, so it's a whole different journey of life in life. For those who don't know, I was a lady in waiting for 10 years pretty much. And in 2010, when You Can began, when the whole idea dropped, when everything for You Can began, I decided to go on a journey with God. And I told God I wasn't going to do things my way, but I was going to do things his way. So I became a lady in waiting in a different way. It wasn't just about the dating, but it was about, not having sex until marriage. It was about, being faithful to God in my money, being faithful to God in my time, being faithful to God with my heart. Growing and learning myself as well as learning what it is that God wanted me to do and how he wanted me to do things in life. And so, of course, that cost a lot. Wasn't dating a lot of guys because, oh, you're not opening your legs. And I was fine with that because, honey, when you do things right by God, you get a chance to weed people out and see who's there or who's in your life just for one thing and who, different things like that. So it's exciting. And he and I will have to go live one day. Hopefully he'll come over and sit with me when I do it. But I'll have to definitely tell the journey of us. We have only been together for 6 months, but we've seen each other pretty much in every season because now it's fall.
Wait, wait,
We
wait,
met in
wait.
winter.
Pause. Oh, wait, I got to get this camera thing. Pause. Time out. Wait a minute. So we've been in a pandemic for 6 months. I'm
Yes.
just saying. I just throwing that out there. So
Yes. So we met right before the pandemic started. Right before
wow.
the pandemic started, we met. We were able to go on 3 dates. We didn't even know the pandemic was coming like that, and we went on 3 dates in 1 week. And the very next week, everything was shut down. So we got a chance to go to several restaurants. We got a chance to go to the movie theaters, and things like that. Our first conversation was 7 hours. So it was this. It's like God prepared us for the pandemic, I guess, kind of sort of. And so we kind of had some time to go out and enjoy each other and meet each other and, stuff like that prior to the pandemic. But then during the pandemic, it gave us an opportunity to really get to know each other, different things. And like I said, we met in winter. We were together in spring, summer, and now it's fall. And now we're engaged.
And you're engaged. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's it. Hey, and listen, at this age, you either know or you don't. Like you either like me
He
or you don't like me. Like let's
The
keep it
first
moving.
thing he said, yeah, the first thing he said when he got on his knees, he said, his first sentence was, "A wise man once said, when you know, you know." And he's been
Yeah.
saying that to me lately. He like, because we attend the same ministry together. He's like, Apostle said, when you know, you know. Apostle said, when you know, you know. And so I guess that just stuck with him, and he just, when you know, you know.
When you know, you know. Now, sometimes you know and you don't want to acknowledge it, but when you know, you
Hmm.
know. So okay, so let's get into the intro because I could talk about this all day. So we may have to have a whole nother show, another
Yeah,
my purpose partner show to go with my other book that's coming out. But we'll have to do that later. So, but for
I know.
now, let's talk about some of the other things in the introduction, and just let's go back. How did you come up with the idea for the project? What made
So,
you do
like I
you
said,
can
in
because you've done other
2020,
projects before. You've written before. You have
mhm,
tons of books out there. You have about
yeah,
10, 12,
this is
13,
like number
right?
10 or
You
11.
have books. So, but this book was different. Why this book?
Because this is my UCAN anniversary. Um, 10 years ago, when I started Nina Motivates, I went into the studio and created a CD.
Oh,
It's over there
okay.
somewhere. And the CD was called You Can. And the CD told my story. It talked about my hands. It talked about, being born different and living a life with a difference. And it talked about all of those different things. And then it became like my little mantra. I became the You Can coach. Like I tried to show kids initially that you could do, you can be who you are, who God created you to be. You can live a full life. You don't have to be put in a box by the limitations of the world, because the world would try to put you in this little bitty box like they tried to do me. And then you would just be limited. You won't be able to do and live life how you're supposed to. And so I try to break those barriers and get people out of those boxes to know that you absolutely can. Anything God wants you to do, anything, the things that He put you on this earth to do, you can do it. Society wanted me to go to a school for children with special needs. Well, my parents fought for me to go to public school because they said there's nothing wrong with her brain. She is normal. And so I've always had that you can spirit. And I believe, God definitely used my parents to put that in me. And I just started, the more I learned that everybody is different, and some people difference is just more visible than others, it just gave me a drive to just be as successful as I want to be in the world.
Uh, and you can. And here we go.
Mhm.
We got it. So okay. So what's the original? So why 33? Why 33? There's
Funny
33 authors
story.
in there.
Funny story behind that. So this is, I guess, the comedic side gonna get a chance to come out. It was supposed to
Come
be
on out.
31 stories because it's 31 days in a month. And so it was only supposed to be 31 because we were supposed to be able to have a story a day so that people can be inspired by a story a day if it's 31 days in a month. But me and my non-counting self, It was 32. And I was like, how did it end up being 32? I don't know. And at that point, when it was 32, I took myself out of the book. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go on and throw myself back in the book, and that's how it ended up being 33. But I thank God for me not getting caught up on a number and allowing God to allow each person to be in the book, because the stories is so unique, so different, and yet so perfect. And the way, because I give all credit to God for how this book flowed, because I wouldn't have known how to put these stories where they are. Like, I'm just not that smart. But he's so infinite in all his wisdom that I sat for like days just asking him and letting him guide me and tell me how to put the book together, where to put what story and just different things. And he led me right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that then, because this book is set up. So for those of you that haven't gotten the book, I don't know why. Download is free. Look at the thing scrolling across, a little ticker. Look, Amazon Kindle version, free today. Download, download, download. Let's get this thing on the
Please,
bestseller, y'all. Let's
please
go.
today.
Come on, get
Y'all
your
can help us
friends,
become
your
bestsellers
mama,
today.
your cousin,
Everybody.
everybody, all of them. Get them. Tell
All
them
of
it's
them.
free. Download. So, okay, so this book is set up where it's divided into three sections. So, can you tell us a little bit about the three sections, the three parts? And
Yes.
even though you had a little help, assistance with that, how did you decide to do it?
Um, so I didn't know what to do. I said, okay, God, it's like 33 different stories and different things. And I was literally sitting on the couch one day and I just felt like God saying, like, put it in parts. And I was like, okay, well, let's think about these parts. And so the first part is you can believe. And so I looked at the different types of stories. You had stories about healing. You had stories that were like really, really, really deep: incest, molestation, healing from sexual abuse, healing from um, um, substance abuse, and just all those different things. Whereas I was like, you know what, all of those stories need to kind of go together. And so that's how kind of part two came up. Part two is you can heal, forgive, and overcome. But part one, I guess I'm going all over the place. Part one is
Take
you
your
can
time.
believe, because those stories talk about, just believing in yourself, just believing in God, just believing that you could do it, believing that you could become something. And then part three is titled You Can Soar. And so those stories was more like, okay, I believe, the way I thought about it was, once you believe that you can heal, once you believe you can forgive, once you believe you can overcome, then you overcome, heal, and forgive, then you could soar. And so that's how I kind of broke it down. Like, yeah, you need to believe that you can. Then you need to go through the process. And then you need to soar. You need to move in those things in life and move in those things that is in you, so that you don't be stuck. Because a lot of us in life can get stuck. And so this book is to empower everybody not to get stuck in your past, not to get stuck even in your present, not to get stuck in your mind, but to be free.
Right. Love that. Love that. And it does. It's a great progression. So I really like that. And some amazing authors in here, and some of them you're going to meet this month. So you have to get the book. Get the book. Then you
Yes.
can see the titles. You can see the authors. And then you'll probably see a few of my guests. You'll know who they are, because they'll be making appearances this month and talking about their chapters as we get to that part of the book. We are breaking it down where each week we're reading about 20 pages. So you can do that. You can do that and join us. And we're breaking this into parts, 20 to 30 pages a week. You got this. Of inspiration and encouragement. Why not?
Right.
Okay. So so let's talk about the introduction, the actual introduction. We did a little bit when we talk about the dating challenges, and we've talked about where you are as far as that. Um, so what is your hope for this book? Because you talk about you can in there, and about everyone. So what is that hope for this book? What is your ultimate goal, intention you would like for this book? Impact.
My ultimate goal is to provide just that hope and motivation. to provide examples, because we all, and I talked about this in the introduction, we all have challenges, we all have gone through something, and we all will go through things in life, but you can get through whatever it is that you are going through. You can help somebody else, you can, and so that's my ultimate goal with it, is to show somebody that they can be who they need to be, and be who they were created to be, and do what they were created to do. So it's to provide ultimate hope for no matter what you are going through, because it's literally something in this book for everybody. And so with it being free today on Kindle, that nobody has an excuse not to get it. I say a million people should have it in their possession by today, because it is inspiration literally for everyday people, y'all. You are everybody, each and every one of us is everyday people. Even stars and famous folks, guess what, y'all? They everyday people. And so this is an opportunity for you to be inspired and read someone's story and find yourself wherever you need to find yourself, and get that inspiration so that you can go and grow and get more.
Love it, love it, love it. So there it is, y'all. Free on Kindle. Download today. Today only. Today. And just go on there. Download. Get it free. And you can
Number
search
two.
it by you can just search it by the title. You can find it by the title. You can find it probably by Nina's name. So you can put Nina Motivates in there that you see on the screen, and you can get it that way. So
Hmm.
yeah. So make sure you get it. Make sure you get it. Is there anything else that you want to add that I haven't asked or that we haven't talked about before we get into the future project? I know you have something else in the works that's very similar. But before we get into that, is there anything with this particular book that you want us to pay attention to, kind of keep in mind as we read it this month? What y'all think?
Although I said that, you can find yourself in the book, you may be able to find someone else. All of us know someone who is going through something. And sometimes you don't know what to say to that person, or what to do, or how to help them through. And so these stories are real life situations and examples. And so when you are reading it, you may be able to say, hey, that's something I can say to my friend, my sister, my whoever, or that's something that we could do together, or this is a way that I could help them. And so when you are reading, don't just read for yourself. When you are going through the stories, don't just do it for yourself, do it for your neighbor, do it for the person who you love, who you see is struggling, and you just wish you could find something to help them through. This is your way to help them through. So y'all, please go get the book. If you don't have the book, if even if you get it on Kindle, you can still get the paperback book from any of the authors. But definitely don't let this free Kindle book pass you up. It's free. If it's free, it's for me, right? Make sure you go grab it.
Exactly. So Janae says, I still feel like I'm growing and learning and healing myself. And that's the thing about the stories, I think, is that they're there for you, and you can go back
Hmm.
to them. You can, and every time you read them, you may get something different from them because of
Yes.
where you are in your life, and or the different parts. If you're reading different parts, you may find that, there's different parts of the story that you would want to go to for that time. So we invite you to read with us this month of October, and join in the discussions as we discuss the things in the book. I'm excited. I can't wait for you to meet some of the authors that are in the book and get to ask them your questions. If you have questions or comments, post them below. Definitely include them below. We actually have a community where we are there, where I tend to post things and we kind of keep the conversation going in between time and in the meantime. We're here once
Yes.
a week live on all platforms and public platforms, but um, between times we're in the private group. So we invite you to join us. And Nina, tell us what you have going on, because I know she has even a you can community for motivation and encouragement. And I want her to tell you a little bit about that and how you can join if you want to join that community or get the motivation encouragement from that group.
Right. So we have our own private group for the authors to keep it going. Yes, the book was released August 1st, but it is something that it's billions of people on the earth. So we need to get it in the hands of everybody. So we got work to do, y'all. But there is a you can motivational community where anybody can join the free community on Facebook. You just request to join and we allow you in. There is no fee, where we share motivation, inspiration, different things that's going on. We always try to encourage each person. If a person is in need of prayer or anything, a word from the Lord, or just some earthly motivation, whatever it is, we try to do that in that group for each and every person. Some people just need that area in that space for motivation. So you can look up You Can Motivational Community on Facebook, and we will definitely be delighted to have you in our group. There's so many other things. You asked what else was I doing. There is a youth version. Okay, we are working on the youth
Whoop, whoop,
version.
whoop,
We
whoop.
have plenty of spots for children ages 8 to 17 who want to tell their story, who want to write something inspirational for youth themselves. And so if you have a youth or know a youth, please send them my way. By the end of them writing the piece for the book, Youth Can, they will be certified as a speaker, an author, and an entrepreneur. You cannot beat
Wow.
that, for having your child advance in such a way. And it is virtual, so you could be anywhere around the world. And I'm really, really excited. So we are also looking for people to sponsor youth. So if somebody wants to sponsor youth, it is $125 to sponsor youth. We have orientations. I do sessions with them. I've been helping them develop their stories as well as helping them learn how to speak, so that when they get interviewed, because I interviewed all the authors for You Can, I will be interviewing all the authors for Youth Can. And so you will get a chance to meet and greet and hear these kids. They are amazing. I'm so excited for all that they are already doing. So please, if you are a parent, and this is an amazing investment for your child to become a speaker, an author, and an entrepreneur, and have a tangible book. When the summer come back around, they will have something to sell. They don't have to set up a lemonade stand where they can make their own money. Do you hear me? So please definitely.
Yes, I love it.
I just dropped my mouse. We're gonna pray for it. It's okay. Um, and also, I have another collaboration coming down the pipeline. Do you want me to speak on that or be quiet?
Sure. You can tell what you want to tell.
So my next collaboration is called "The Essence of Her: An Examination of Proverbs 31." And so I think we have about 4 or 5 slots for women there. This book particularly is for women who want to talk about Proverbs 31, what they see, what they got out of it, and share what how they're growing as a Proverbs 31 woman, or what they're learning from it, or if something sticks out from them from that particular passage, which is a book of the Bible. And so we're talking about that, talking about having that essence of her, of this woman, and I guess is definitely needed in my life right now. So we're
Yes.
excited about that. That book will be released in December, and so we are definitely excited about that part as well.
Awesome. Awesome. I'll be back shortly.
You hear,
Me
you
and the
hear.
clicking back here. So thank you all for joining us today. I wanted to just take this time and today really to just talk about You Can, what we're reading, what it's about, the inspiration. Make sure you get the opportunity to take advantage of the free download today, because that is really important. Um, for those of you who want to read with us and you haven't gotten your copy and you want to get started, the free Kindle version is on Amazon today. Download it today. Share it with those in your community, whatever your community looks like, whether it's your family, your friends, those that you have in your contacts. Send it to all of them. Send them a text. It's a great day to say, hello, I have something free for you. And tell them to
Yes.
download it today. And let them know that it's available today on Amazon, and that is your gift to them. Make it sound so simple. This is one of the best books for 2020. It's right on time and much needed. All right. So,
Dr. Tammy, I'm over
any
here like
final
Rick. She said
words?
she won't be able to share it on Periscope. So I'm trying to copy the dates and the readings so I can go
Okay.
and share it on
And
Facebook, on Instagram, on Periscope before we get off. That's why my head is constantly down. I'm like, where's the schedule? I finally found the schedule. So now I'm copying it. so I can share it for you. And you know how you
Thank
try to
you.
copy
And I
something and the word
apologize.
copy is always in your way?
Yes. And I need to put it on everything, and I'll post it again and make sure that it's pinned and all that good stuff. But it's there, and it should be on the graphic for today. So if you saw the graphic announcement for today's broadcast, it's at the bottom. You can see it. And what I've done is I've gone into that author group Nina talked about and asked them if they want to come on live and join me. And they have been so gracious and excited to do so. And so some of them are here. And I saw Trifania in the comments, and she's actually one of the authors. And so she will be joining us this month as well. So this month we're reading You Can 33 Stories to Uplift and Inspire Everyday People. There are 33 authors in there. Nina Motivates compiled this. She is our guest today, and I'm another one. So you have two today with you live. And if you want your copy, you see it scrolling down on the ticker down here. Make sure that you go to Amazon, check it out, download it, and share. Don't keep now, y'all know what we like to do. We like to keep the good stuff to ourselves. This is free and it's all good. So share it with whomever. Send it in their inbox. Let them know. Once you go find yours, you'll have the link you can copy. You can copy the link. There is a post on my platform and Nina's platforms about the Kindle download. So if you want the direct link, it is there. But if you just go to Amazon and put "You Can" or Nina Motivates name in there, it should pop up for you. You can get the paper copy as well. The paperback copy you as well. It is $25 regularly, but today the Kindle version is free. We're reading You Can, and this book deals with people with different things in everyday life and how you can overcome, how you can keep going, how you can press on. And so I'm really excited about us reading this book because y'all know, listen, this is how I do it. I don't just pick the books, and I don't pick the books because I'm in it, which I should. There may be one that I do that with. But the books, I let the community chooses. And so I had all the authors submit their books, and then we voted on it. This one just happens to get the most votes, which means it's probably timely in multiple reasons. So you get it free today and get a little motivation, encouragement, and inspiration. So join us this month. We will be here every week here on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, wherever you're seeing this today, that's where it will be. Stay tuned. Look for my announcements for the exact time on Fridays. But typically, every Friday, we'll be back here. And Nina Motivates has just posted the schedule or the next week's schedule in the next couple of weeks into the chat. Next week, we're talking about part one. Part one, we only talked about the introduction from part one today. So next week, we're talking about all of part one. So if you have the book, read, and let's get to part one. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be good. It's going to be beneficial. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your insights. So that's one of the reasons I created the ciphers, the book discussions. Thank you all for joining us. I appreciate y'all being here. Miss Nina, you have anything else? I can bring you back so we can, anything else before we go?
Thank you so much for one, allowing this to be a book that you even proposed to the group. Two, for allowing me to come on today. And three, just for being you, because I Tammy is the bomb.com. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. You are the bomb.com. Congratulations on your recent
Thank you.
engagement. I can't wait, the bride to be. I can't wait to hear more about it and see video. Did somebody take a video? I wanted video.
I got videos.
Is it coming?
I just didn't put it
Okay.
on Facebook, but I'll inbox you.
I get it. I get it. And I don't need one that I don't have to have it saved. Just kind of FaceTime me or duo me or something and let's
I
show
know.
me
No,
where I can't
it was
copy.
so beautiful, and it was perfect. It was beautiful. It was. My auntie went Facebook Live. She did, even though I told her but not to. I'm gonna get her. But so
You always do.
I may share her live to my page because a lot of people are asking. But I do have a couple videos that a couple people have sent me. So
Ooh, well, that's good. As long as you got video, we don't need to see it. It's none of our business, right? We didn't even have to know about the engagement, really. That's none of our business either. But
I don't
it's
mind
good
people
to
seeing
know
it.
that
It was
you're happy
beautiful.
and
He definitely stepped outside his comfort zone because he missed a quiet man. I'm gonna just stand over here and be in my space. So this got him totally out of his comfort zone.
awesome. Trifania says she is screaming with
Thank
excitement.
you.
So excited for you. So I think we all are. I mean, when I saw it last night, I think I was the first one to comment. I was going everywhere like, yes, yes,
I still
yes.
cry. Look, I'm probably gonna cry after this. I feel the tears welling up in my eyes.
Because you now, Nina, let's just talk about a full circle moment before we get off of here. Last year, this time, remember, or maybe it's a few weeks earlier, but Labor Day weekend, we were in DC. And I
Hmm.
remember us talking about that. And and Nina was one of the ambassadors for that trip. So she was one of the co hosts. And she actually shared some of her story. And some of that involved her being a lady in waiting. And we talked about that a little bit. And so, look, I think it's like, we're back together and
I know,
things
right?
have changed. So if you're out there and you're waiting, hang on.
Hang on. Stop looking at
Hang
time
on.
periods, because yeah, I waited for 9 years, almost 10 years, but we dated for 6 months before getting engaged. You know what I mean? So stop
Right.
thinking that, oh, I have to wait so long and then this or that. You never know what God has planned for you. Just for me, it's just about trusting him and believing in him and not compromising, not settling, not sacrificing just to say you have someone or anything like that, but to be real with yourself, be real with God, and to make sure that whatever you do is in line with him. So that's like I'm serious, like that right there is it for me. And I
Oh,
have
oh,
to
put it
say,
up again. Love it,
perfect for my little
love
hand. I say it's too big for my
it,
hand. My little bitty hand.
I know. And you have another one coming.
I know. They got to be small now. And
I
I will
love
share
it.
that with the world. We are not like, it's a pandemic right now and everything. So because we are doing things according, right, we want to do things right. I do believe we're going to do something probably sooner than later, but we will have something big later down the road. Right now, you can't plan stuff because of this darn pandemic if you want to do things right. But we're gonna make I like big stuff too. So we're gonna do it big, guys. Probably
Well,
just
I
later.
think this is my suggestion. Just do it, and then let's plan a trip
You know what? I like that even better.
and have the
I like
reception at the
that.
trip.
Hmm. Yes, that's what we might have to do that.
Just throwing out some ideas. I mean, there's plenty of ideas out there, but that's just something like because that's something I just think that you can do it any way you want. If you want to elope, just do that. Whatever it is that you want to do. Because I'm telling you,
Hmm.
a big wedding is not all it's cracked up to be. However, the party now that's something you can consider.
Yes,
The party's important.
yes, it is. A party
The
is important.
celebration. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. So we got a couple today. We got the dating challenges to marriage, the stories about your difference and how you don't necessarily term it as a disability, even though that's the legal term. And so Lachelle
Right.
says that's beautiful. I know, love it, girl. I love it too,
Thank
Lachelle.
you.
That's beautiful. And hey, hey, Lauren, how are you? Miss Ashley's here. So thank you.
Hey,
I always want to call her, even though I call her Ashley. I call her when I see it. I call her by the reverse. So,
right.
but
We
anyway,
got that.
I know she got first names, so it just makes it easy. So,
She got
thank you
three
all for
first
being
names:
here.
Lauren, Ashley, Kelly.
There you have it. Look, and they any of them can be hers, like her first name. Like
Yep.
they fit. Yeah. Thank you, Nina. Thank you for being here. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
creating this project, allowing me to participate in the project, and coming on today to kind of kick it off with me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. Y'all make
Thank
sure I'm
you.
going to put up the graphic one more time so Ms. Nina can get some rest.
I know.
And we'll be out
I'm
of here.
sorry I look like this. I'm not feeling 100%, but I'm gonna rest and make sure I feel it. But go get the book. That'll make me feel better.
Yes, yes. And look, y'all, she has been up all night. It's a pure excitement, y'all. She's been she can't sleep. She just got to share, share, share. So we're going to let her get some rest. And then that way she can continue sharing all her great talents with us. Because I tell you, those baked goods are good too. But go get your Kindle version. It's free on Amazon today. And it's regular $25. So if you do get the paperback off of Amazon or from one of the authors, it is $25. So make sure that you check that out. Let me see the comments before we get out of here. Yes, Ashley, get the book. Get the book. Hey, Kimberly, thank you for being here. Um, yes, let's party, Ashley. I'm with you. Let's party. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you joining us live or via the replay. I am Dr. Tammy, and this is Miss Nina, and we are out. We'll see you next week for part one, the introduction of You Can 33 stories to uplift and inspire everyday people. See you soon. Bye.